talking about, and y'all heard it with y'all own ears. You got motherfuckers AI, they did that in the third, and oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about like, Gunna ratted from saying yes ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a rat by saying they said Rosco the bus up?
With police and from the jail phone during his time in lockup. He snitched so bad that Charleston White reacted and was excited for Young Thug's downfall.
Say listen, I prophesied this. Right now, say TCV is looking at all these old videos. I told y'all Young Thug would go tell it. I told y'all.
I'm always willing to bet with any rapper, if they keep Young Thug locked up 6 more months in the conditions he in, he'll tell to get out of jail too. They keep him 6 more months, locked up in them conditions like that there, he'll tell to get out of jail too. He about ready to break.
I told y'all, I am the new prophet. I thought, man, what is he doing talking? A 2-hour interrogation, and you mad that Yak got it. You mad at Gunna. Gunna don't have no interrogation tape, and everybody mad at Gunna. This is what I tell y'all, hip-hop is fake.
But Charleston wasn't done here. He would double down saying he's about to destroy Young Thug.
Say, listen, Atlanta, I know y'all love Thug, and I love y'all. But y'all just bear with me. I'm finna destroy Young Thug. He will not be able to rap no more. Woody, be quiet. Rollo, you know they wrong for how they did you. Lil Baby, you might as well stop hanging with Thug. Gunna, don't talk, just stay back. Let me get this, I got y'all. Can't nobody beat me. I'm finna destroy. Thanks, come on now. Don't.
He's saying it because the news wrote. Another clip of Young Thug in the interrogation room is going viral. Thug said, "I made supposed to be a private conversation came out to the public." However, the news wrote, Young Thug's sister says people are calling him a snitch just because they know he can't come to Atlanta. She said we've been putting belt to. That's why everybody clicked up.
Don't be on the internet acting like my brother just and y'all know my brother ain't dead. On the internet acting like y'all just my brother. You know for a fact y'all doing it because he can't come back to Atlanta. Yeah. Don't do this. Gonna click up do all this because they know he can't come back to Atlanta. That the only thing it is, he can't come back here. All that spit. Spit on who? Man, we gonna lay right back to A. Now we been putting belt. That's why everybody clicked up.
Which resulted in academics writing, Gunna been sitting on these jail phone recordings for a minute. Now's the right time for him to drop them to prove Rollo's point of Thug putting everyone against each other. Gunna might be a genius. He played his hand smart, as he would even double down on this on stream.
I'm almost certain Gunna's team is leaking it to his fan pages. I'm almost certain, okay? I know they're not gonna agree to it, right? But I'm almost certain that Gunna's lawyers pulled, because yes, when you're in the case, you don't have to go through a Freedom of Information Act or anything like this, and some of these things would even be available, or it could be challenged if you try to do a FOIA on it. But it appears all of these things may have been gotten from maybe somebody who was in the case that would request them, and it could have been something for the nature of an appeal or something like that, so the courts are going to give it up because you're a defendant. So for me, I can't tell why there is, like, where's Gunna's calls? Like, we want to hear Gunna's calls, right? And by the way, you could tell maybe they were both doing it to each other. There's a time where Thug actually says he has been having his lawyers review Gunna's call, and Gunna is on the phone talking to a girl saying, I love you, I'm gonna come home soon. And he basically even thinks that Gunna got out of jail early because he wanted, which, bruv, if that's the case, the streets is cooked.
Right when academics said it was Gunna leaking it, more footage came out. The news wrote, an alleged leaked jail call from Young Thug has surfaced where he's calling QCP a rat and speaks on Lil Baby working with him.
He did the same thing P did. Stood up in court. Man, that was wham, that what your ever get too, rocking with a rat. And you be preaching about that too, man. You can't do that, man. That's a fact, bro. A rat, bro. I understand all that. Help put you on. Listen, man. A rat, I don't give what help. That give me $1 million. Man, you're a rat. Whatever you talking about. Imagine telling them niggas still beat the Kato.
As this resulted in Young Thug crashing out on IG Live against who many believe is Gunna.
They ain't even talk about these fake guys and fake houses with these pools and you can get put out of in the next 2-3 years and all that cheese. We ain't even finna talk about none of that. Like, that is the topic of, I guess. Yeah, your spot out right now. You gonna put it on Instagram. I bet you put it on Instagram. Yeah, your house out. On God. You blocked from your page. I'm on your from my fake page. Can't about to black me I still said, you supposed to pick, that ain't me on that picture, Lane Green. The whole world been thinking that too, man. I'm finna say, so gonna say something about that, man. That ain't me with that skirt on, with that hat. Man said he got more hits than me and Kendrick. Bro, your ain't got more hits than Kendrick, and you ain't damn sure ain't got more hits or anthems than me. You hard, why you tripping? And I ride past your house for sale sign up. Now you done went and took your whole money and put down on that goddamn house out there, man. And you couldn't finish paying it off. Now the label came, took her shit back. Now your stupid gotta sell it.
But in response to Thug being made to look bad, Thug's team is trying to make him look good again, because Thug had a phone call while in jail where he got confirmation that Gunna was the reason the YSL case turned into a RICO.
He gave the jurors the agreement that it's a gang. He said YSL is a gang, and he know people in this on this trial who committed crime in furtherance of the gang. That means you did it. You saying, you see what I'm saying? You don't know nobody on this case. Yeah. That's a lie. That's a full-blown lie. I know individuals right. on this case that committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. Like you committed just so you can say slime big. Like that's what RICO is. That's RICO. So if you get found guilty on RICO, you got a life hook, and you are 100% black. You don't know nobody on the case. I ain't ever committed no crime. Duke ain't committed no crime. Yak ain't committed no crime. Them the only 3 people you know on this case. Ain't now one of them committed no crime. So who the f*** you talking about? You know YSL members on this case that committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. You just made it a RICO case. You just made it the case.
As Young Thug planned to have every rapper turn against Gunna when he snitched out, because he spoke with 21 Savage on the jail phone and said that he wished other rappers waited before calling out Gunna.
Tight. I ain't finna say nothing about you on the internet. I ain't finna let the world know I ain't with you until just say so.
But you know,
that's what they supposed to did. Like,
but ain't nobody
trying to go at him to get clout. Yes, they have. Dirt
said something to him, but that's it. Like, Wham ain't doing all this shit. Like,
Wham unfollowed him.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just that little boy. That ain't really saying that to no. Yeah, that's just like, damn, I'm disappointed, bro.
Yeah, but that's still.
But guess what? Though, that makes you.
Position is, man.
But
I ain't saying they wrong. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they jumped.
Plus, they had a conversation with you for that anything.
Yeah, but I look at it. Wham did though. I talked to Wham. So we get on the phone. Hey, you told Buddy them do that? All right. He's like, all right, stay less. Thanks. I'm smart. Off top. Soon it happens.
But someone inside YSL spoke out about the Thug snitching situation as YSL Mondo reacted to it.
I just beat him off a RICO. Come home. Still talking about, oh, rat. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your bro, cause you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence in a RICO and came home and minded your business and been humble. But instead you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch. But that ain't the key. The thing is too though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on there talking about, and y'all heard it with y'all own ears. You got motherfuckers AI and did that and the third, and oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about like Gunna ratted from saying yes ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a rat by saying they said Rosco the bus up, and then a nigga Rosco did 10 years behind it, and you just got on the internet to didn't rat on you? Boy, so brainwashed, it's sickening. Y'all need daddy figures, and y'all just be sitting back waiting on something good, waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around, maybe they'll put me on, maybe I can get something out. Rosco, you the worstest, twin. You worse than the rat itself. You did 10 years, twin, behind Rosco. You did 10 years behind it, brother. And you just come on the internet and didn't tell on you when everybody just heard this man say your name a few times? You feel me?
With Young Thug's rap career crumbling down, Peewee Rosco came out of nowhere trying to save it because he defended the audio of Young Thug telling on Peewee. With it reported, Peewee Rosco addresses Young Thug telling on him in interrogation video.
Politicking, man, Jeff clean as Listerine, man, clean as Ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time, I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we say the Wayne Carter, what's wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? No, a statement is this right here. Lineup selective. That's him. He did that. He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do. A real street. Kept it solid. Kept it overly real. You feel what I'm saying? Really tried to pull me out the hole. So, I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to When it comes to the PR now, y'all don't remember when I was locked up. Now let me just show you how the PRs and the internet selective politic. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it real. When I was locked up and Jeff was locked up, we went viral when they was like, "That's the type of friend you want." He was like, "Man, Rosco ain't told y'all that thing." Yeah, that's to be there. That's the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like all those. Everybody is in the stateroom, in the interrogation room, and they gave statements.
And the same day, Young Thug tweeted out, "They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother, Rat Ware," which makes it look like Peewee and Thug's tweet was planned, with some fans believing Thug went as far as to pay Peewee Rosco to defend him. But YSL Woody didn't believe it, as he called out Rosco and exposed a secret he was hiding.
And Peewee, don't forget about that story. When you said it out your own mouth, how you did with that trans. Peewee Rosco, you know well not to mention me, boy. You know I ain't got no sense. I ain't got no damn screws in my head, boy. You remember we was at the Sky House? Me, you, and Thug was sitting in the car, and that damn swap past, and Thug tapped you and said, "Peewee, what's up with that?" And you told Thug how you stuck your clean up in it. Don't get me started.
6ix9ine, Wack 100, and Academics, as they reacted to everything going on with Young Thug.
And get what? On that call, I never even told you he turned Wham against P, or he turned Wham against all these other different people that he did. But however, you have found out it came off the phone call. But guarantee I ain't going for that line. Should be shunned just like us. The judge had shunned them, now the streets need to shun that. Guess what? That's what I'm telling you. The thing about sitting down there, coming on here lying, playing them, yeah, you telling your ass the truth. Just like I stand up, don't like that tell the truth. He hiding behind these motherfucking masks, but guess what? A mask gotta come off. You ain't gonna be able to keep that motherfucking mask on forever. You ain't gonna be able to keep throwing rocks and hide your hand. This is karma.
But 6ix9ine and Wack 100 also said their part, where they call out Young Thug further.
Young Thug came home and said, "Yo, buddy, you're a rat. Stop acting like we cool." Made another excuse. Nah, but his music fire. I thought I said when he come home and say that Gunna told, y'all was gonna be like, all right, now everybody, you see how every time it's something every time? And we like Thug though, man. Like somebody, yo.
Thug told, bro.
What?
He told before Gunna, 2015 told. And this was crazy. He got caught with 2 or 3 sticks in LA. Now I'm trying to figure out where them cases went. He got coming out the Lowe's Hotel, the same hotel where Yo Gotti them had that bang out. Remember that bang out happened? Got caught in the Sprinter with 2 or 3 sticks. We ain't heard about that case. This was back then. He told my, and like Rollo said, what conversations did you have since then?
But many fans asked why Gunna is still in YSL if Thug and him hate each other. In reality, all it comes down to is business, because Young Thug is still making money off Gunna's work.
Gunna got out. You gotta remember, Thug is running this label from behind jail. Thug wanted this off the fucking label. There's a lot of paperwork there, and also you gotta realize they're not gonna release somebody from their contract because they snitched. They're gonna say, we're gonna make money off the snitch. We don't do that. I'll give you a little bit more tea. All that told by Boston Richie told, Future wouldn't do a record with him, but Future wouldn't drop him. You see how it's business at the end of the day. And I had these conversations with people that worked with the new regime over at 300/Atlantic, and they said, yo, what's probably going to happen is that his contract is going to get moved. So he won't be YSL. But no, in the history of time, we don't care what you do, they're not letting you go. They'll optically take you off the label, but they're never gonna say, we don't want percentage points on money you make.
But everyone's turned against Young Thug now that his own snitching allegations came out. It got 6ix9ine to respond,
"Yo, I just want to know where all the energy at. The Young Thug situation, I stood quiet 2 days just watching it play out. Watching what excuses the people come up with. Every day, every year, every time I come out, y'all move the goalposts further. Oh, nah, bro, it's different. No, it's different, bro. It's different. You told, like, before 12 in the afternoon. Like, that's a forbidden rule. You can't do that. No, bro, it's okay, bro, because he told after 3, like, bro, it's so easy. They tell you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you get against you could be used in the court of law, whatever the case they say. You have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. It's me, the horse. Like, I'm not saying that. Y'all heard what y'all heard. Where's all the energy at? Why hear everybody quiet? Why Lil Baby, 21 Savage's Future? Why you not saying nothing?
Although Woody continued bashing Young Thug, saying that he will only ever bring down the people around him, as he specifically warned Lil Baby and 21 Savage.
Told them that. Gunna, but it was going over their head. It was going over their head because why? This ain't street. This ain't who they pretend to be. I said, leave Gunna alone. Gunna didn't do nothing wrong. Go look at Thug's interview. They said, why you didn't sign Lil Baby? Thug said, because I didn't want to pull Lil Baby in my... Hey, Lil Baby, I know you might be watching, partner. Got nothing to do with you. Get your money. Hey, we need somebody to win, buddy. It can't be you. Stay out of it. Hey, 21, y'all, stay out of it. Hey, cause get what, bro? One thing I know about it, that ain't got nothing to lose, he gonna take everybody down with him. Trust me, when it's time for to stand up, they gonna stand up. They can say what they want to say about me. They can say what they want to say about me. But I ain't did what nobody forced me to do.
But 21 Savage took the advice, because the next day, he unfollowed Young Thug. Woody mainly said that because he has a long history with Young Thug. As academics reported, Woody says Young Thug never paid for a lawyer for Woody to have in his interrogations, and that he used to defend Young Thug because he was under manipulation. He then takes accountability for his actions.
There's no way you supposed to be in the interrogation room without no lawyer. That goes back to the beginning. That man got all this money. He supposed to took care of all y'all. He supposed to make sure all y'all were good. But, it ain't his job to do that. That's me. I'm defending him. It ain't his job to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm so blinded, I'm so manipulated. It ain't his job to, you know what I mean, do that. You know what I mean? We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. Because if we knew what we were getting ourselves into, we would have never been in that. We would have never been in that at the beginning. I wouldn't. I didn't. Like, I didn't respect a lot of stuff. Still don't.
Even rapper Rollo was also manipulated by Young Thug, because he tweeted, well, I lied to the feds for real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you're gonna have to go through what me and Gunna went through, and we waiting on that gospel album, which is Rollo mocking Young Thug for tweeting last week. If you're a rapper and you rat, you just gotta go gospel. But this exposed the tactic that Young Thug typically uses, because he used his influence to make Rollo get cut off from the rest of the music industry, and he tried to do the same to Gunna when he snitched.
The streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to. Or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby. There's a few other rappers that just won't call their names. Just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start not fucking with Gunna, speaking out, they're chilling away. Thug got out, Gunna kinda hot. It ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunna, but
Young Thug wouldn't let Rollo get away with saying whatever he wanted, so he tweeted back saying, see, the difference between me and you is your friends said you didn't lie. You actually told on real people. You said that somebody actually did something that they was arrested for. I made an honest mistake saying that we sold Lil Wayne items to try to prove to the detectives that we weren't beefing with him. See the difference? And let's not forget, you told Fanny you would take the stand on me and Lucci in our case to get out of jail, but academics spoke about how everyone in the industry is biased, because whether you like Gunna and that almost no casual fan that likes listening to music even cares about snitching.
Man, I ain't gonna cap with y'all, man. Listen, I'm having a absolute blast. Now, here's the thing. I'm a civilian. And I think rappers don't realize that most civilians don't care about snitching. We really don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I listen to King Von. I listen to... I don't want to people. I don't care about... I don't even like... I don't like criminals. But I listen to the music. I'm watching the street right now. They're going through... Yo, everybody, they're having crisis management teams trying to figure out, they're fighting for their lives right now, man. Yo, who's a snitch? Who's not a snitch? It's a snitch off. This is great. Yo, I love when streets have to prove themselves to us. Because we watching like, we really don't care, but sure, crash out, go ahead.
But Young Thug's being outed for snitching for Lil Wayne's tour bus incident because the prosecutors wanted to charge Young Thug for being the mastermind on the tour bus hit. As a report shared, Lil Wayne might be called to testify in Young Thug's ongoing YSL RICO trial about his 2015 tour bus incident.
There's no confrontation as to it.
It's not testimonial, Judge.
It's got to be relevant and it's got to be for a particular purpose. Now, I'm telling you, if you get Mr. Carter in here, then you'll solve a number of your problems.
They were going to bring in Lil Wayne to testify, but he never showed up to court, although they did get the bus driver who testified about the incident. As reported, a tour bus operator for rapper Lil Wayne started to get emotional while recalling the moments at the bus in 2015. The operator said he retired following the incident.
Tell the jurors what happened once you got on 285.
Once I got on 285, within minutes, that's when that car came along and started at the bus.
Are you able to discern where the coming from? Is it coming from the front of the bus, the back of the bus, or somewhere else?
They started at the back of the bus. They my engine, my radiator, and just started all down the side of the bus.
And at the time, did you have those passengers? Were those passengers that came out of the club, were they still on your bus as this bus is being up?
Yeah, they were back there screaming on the floor.
But it's crazy to think the audios got leaked all because of Gunna dropping his album The Last One, as it's the entire reason that tensions rose between Gunna and Thug again, as Young Thug replied to Gunna announcing his album saying, "Nobody wanna hear that stuff." Of course, Gunna had to respond back, so he said, "I don't mess with you no more. You unfollowed me cause you ain't on the album." But the main reason that Thug is mad about Gunna releasing this album is because it's Gunna's last one with YSL, meaning Young Thug's label will no longer make a percentage off Gunna's work and music. But in response, Young Thug shared a snippet of what he's working on, and he won't hold back against Gunna.
Young Thug ain't even doing subliminals. He's just straight up name. Hear this. He said, "Yak Gotti, he tricked me for some years. I ain't know that was telling." And then he says, "The only reason I with you, Gunna, it was because of Troop." Now, Troop is like some other Atlanta. And supposedly that's how the story of how he kind of meets Gunna. But Young Thug is flat out saying it. I don't rock with these rats. That's what he's saying. He believe they're cooperatives, okay? Now, you know, there's a tasteful way to do it in music, and there's a I don't give a let's crash out drill music type of way where you just say their names and call them rats.
If Young Thug ever does release this song, it will likely violate his probation. As the news wrote, the state of Georgia has filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation and send him back to jail. With the entire rap industry concerned of Young Thug going back to jail, academics hopped on live and explained the truth about the situation.
Gunna's plan, I'm telling you this is a fact. He always thought Thug would be free. But he thought that once Thug got his freedom and didn't get all those years, granted, I think he got let out maybe a year and a half before Thug. He thought Thug would forgive him. Thug would be like, "All right, bro, yeah, you right. Like, what they caught you up on wasn't really, it's all good. You're my mans. You're still." Thug is not letting it go. So Gunna at that point realizes, not only is Thug free, there's no place for me on YSL anymore. And there's no love and there's no more returning to that friendship. Gunna always wanted to get back together. Thug never wanted to. And now, Gunna has accepted that. What happened is that Gunna had a YSL tattoo. He's now covered it up. You see some flames. This is the new fit Gunna. He's covered up YSL, the snake, and also the word YSL.
But this resulted in thousands of fans spamming Young Thug to forgive Gunna for what he did, which made him laugh in the studio.
P, that's some pounds, P.
I'm gonna show him away, P. You go pound, go pound, go make bag.
Crazy that bag.
I'll take.
Go ahead.
Young Thug's dancing a fine line with the feds because they'd love nothing more than to get him for violating his probation in any way. Which is why when Thug called out a female cop for being fake, it almost got him sent back to jail.
What Young Thug did to have and this is how you know this 4 p.m. is real. Young Thug posted the woman. This is Marissa Vivierdo. He said, biggest liar in the DA office. He posted her, okay? And then he also reposted, all my homies hate Vivierdo. Now, this is someone who is a officer of the law. This is someone who is a government official. When you do that and you're under probation, The government is going to be like, oh, are you sending a smoke signal that people should hurt this woman? That's why they're doing a motion to revoke his shit. Why did he do this? Because she's testifying in the OMF case, and she's basically saying, yo, OMF and 4PF, Lil Baby and them, they're beefing and is dying, and indictment's finna come down.
Thug's lucky he hasn't been thrown back in jail as he continues to push his limits. Even in Money on Money, he called out Gunna by rapping, "These guys tell him for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friends." While the lyrics are a little vague, in his probation agreement, it clearly states he can't say anything about the YSL RICO case.
I just like to help people, you know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah, I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
But fans and other personalities continue to make fun of Thug, because even though he tweeted out about being a rapper and ratting, a fan responded and said, "You are literally not even legally allowed to rap about gangster stuff anymore, bro." Gathering 3 million views, it got the police's attention. But it was then announced, Academic speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations that he's got are a setup for the court to try to put Young Thug back in jail.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, me. It's like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about it. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight. So we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
But everything went crazy when a report shared. Wack 100 says he has 2 hours of footage of Gunna telling on Young Thug in an interrogation room.
Hey Gunna, listen, I'm putting it together. I'm gonna give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some time though, Gunna, for you to go ahead on and confess. Confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah, guess who got it? 2 hours? Boy, you was in there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let him record him. You know what I'm talking about.
But of course, Charleston White had to speak on the situation from when Gunna originally snitched, as he admired Gunna for being a snitch.
Gunna is out of prison. I never thought I would be happy to say y'all, Gunna is out of prison. Now, I'm glad he got out by telling. I think that was smart, Gunna. I'm a Gunna fan now. I'm gonna tell.
Charleston even said that he would do the same thing.
I wouldn't say what Gunna did was a snitch, because Gunna's not a. He made a confession.